Okay.
Yeah, I've got it.
Good night. So I make some change. I have Rui Pinho as a co-presenter. He's one of my co-workers, and he is the man behind some of my PowerApps applications that I will show you. So it makes all the sense. His name also there. So my name is Sandro Pereira. I am a Microsoft Azure and Visio MVP, mainly working about integration, Beanstalk, KPI management, logic apps, flows, and all of these technologies on Azure, like Service Bus and so on. I have my own blog, blogsandropereira.com. I'm a public speaker, and I publish a book about Beanstalk mappers and patterns that you can apply with inside the Beanstalk maps. And I contribute a lot to the community with articles, white papers, and so on. Rui members of my team, my integration team at Temscope. And as you see in the picture, he's a strong football player. He's a little shy today, so he's not coming to the conference. So he's trying to avoid to come to speak in English. 2 weeks ago, I was in USA talking in the integration 2017 USA. Last week I was in Ireland. I received an email with Lex saying, Monday you need to make I had forgot that I had this event scheduled for today. So I arrived on Saturday. I still had to spend some time with my family, the most important thing. But Sunday night, I was called by a client for a back ops assessment in their production environment of Beanstalk, and I stayed there until 2 a.m. in the morning. When I just arrived home, make my bags, and came to Lisbon to a client. So I didn't have too many time to prepare and update my demos. But still, I think you will see some fun and useful apps and flows, and I hope you will like it. So, PowerApps and Microsoft Flows. This will be the topic of my session, and how I can create strong and fast applications to our company. And these two technologies, let's call it that way, are made for power users. As the same as Power BI, it will fit in the business application platform of Microsoft. And they are intended to be for developers and for IT pros, for non-developer peoples. And you can easily connect also with on-premise using gateways. They are meant to be no-code solutions, or as little code as possible. They need to be fast, easily to build, and easy to deploy and to use. Okay, that's the main point. You don't need to have a strong developer to do this kind of tasks. Okay. They are important from all other perspectives. They are important to extend. They are important to create more rich, more enterprise-ready solutions. But sometimes you need to be faster. You need to deploy faster, and you need to be able to use your own skills to create some kind of integration and applications. Okay. This will be the topic of my session. How can extend, connect in a secure and fast way, and deliver applications and integrations in a very fast pace. Before I will start talking about our Power Apps, let me show a scenario to see this session will fit. So my session again will be how can we, in terms of Power Apps, how can we create a simple application like this one without a minimal effort. So you can see that I have a list. This will be present in a SharePoint library. And you can see that I can navigate between cars. I can edit. I also can create new cars. I select brands from the cars. And if there is no brand, I can add a new brand, and so forth and so forth. Okay. At the end, I will try to explain how can we do that in almost one click. Okay. So let's continue. Power Apps. Consumer apps. When I say consumer apps, is the normal apps that users use on their cell phones, like Facebook, Twitters, bookings, apps for airplane companies, and so on. They are rapidly evolved. They almost each day there are new applications on the App Store of iPhone and Android, not Windows Phone. But for Android and iPhone, we will see several apps appear in a fast pace. But the same doesn't happen with business app. When I mean business app, I mean your company have apps for their cell phones to deal with internal process, like budgets, registration, events, feedbacks of events, food, and so on and so on and so forth. So this kind of internal business apps doesn't appear so often in your mobile applications. And the reason is mainly with data access is still a problem. The dev capacity is also one of the biggest problems. So we normally don't spend in an internal company, don't spend the time of our developers to produce internal applications. They are need to work in the customers to produce some money to the company, and not to spend that they working internally. You know, so their capacity is also a huge problem inside companies. And of course, the IT doesn't have machines. They need to configure networking, firewalls, permissions to connect to the systems, and so on and so forth. So these three main topics are the reason for this business app don't appear so often. And Power Apps arrives to solve some of these problems. Allow people, non-developer people, to create apps, to connect across your business, and to publish the instantaneously to your teams and your device. Okay, so connect, design, and publish in a quick and fast pace. You can, for example, create an application to engage employees during the breakfast, some surveys, if you see it like the food, I, for example, create an application to register and submit internal CSIs, and this internal CSIs is more like sessions in which our co-worker decide to speak about the topic internally in the company, and at lunch they will eat and speak about the topic, sharing knowledge between the rest of the company. And we create a simple PowerApps for people to register and to see what's coming and to provide feedback also. It can be a service desk application to track issues and so on, and it can be like a submit time or register in the CRM, time and expenses that you spend in the clients and projects, and so on. So the key is, again, connect in a very easy way to our data. Create applications, a mobile application that can be used in your tablet, in your cell phone, in the web, or in your desktop, and share across your team and across device. Okay. There are hundreds of cloud service and on-premise service that you can connect. This list of connections is growing each month, so there isn't the connector that you need at the moment. You can also provide feedback to teams requiring new connectors. You can build your own connectors. The great thing about using the existing connectors is that you to connect to the systems. They already provide a nice UI. You can easily the task that you want to do, and reach the information for that service. And again, you can share. There are the possibility to you to share your PowerApps applications across your teams inside your company. I don't know, at the moment that I make this presentation, no personal accounts were able, so you need to have inside your internal organization to share the application. I actually don't know if this already changed or not. It will be nice if I could share outside my company also the application, but I don't know if that is possible. Where you can manage your PowerApps. Of course, there is the web portal. It's you can, similar to Power BI and Flows, you have a PowerApps Microsoft.com. You can go there. There are videos, tutorials for you to learn and try. You can also use some mockups that they have there to create already existing applications for demonstrations, or you can create your own from scratch. Of course, there is also a Windows app in the Windows Store that you can load, and you have a similar experience, because the experience and the client experience is almost the same. And it says now, but it's actually some time ago, fully integrated with Office 365. So even PowerApps and Flows are actually nowadays really binding with Office 365, and Office 365 is an awesome platform to create your PowerApps. A developer, you can use the Power App Studio that you can download again, and you can use the web application. I have two old screenshots, and if you can see, they are almost alike. The experience of doing on the web or in the PowerApps Studio is almost the same. And again, you can execute them in all your devices. You don't need to create a separate building or deploy for iOS, Android, or Windows Phone. They will run because you need to install a PowerApp application on your mobile, and then you can access to your PowerApps application. So it's kind of emulator that runs your PowerApps applications, and you can pin your applications to your screen of your devices. The only difference here is if you want to create a mobile, you need to choose the mobile template. And if you want to create a tablet or Windows, you need to create a different template. So in the worst scenario, you need to create two similar applications for the mobile experience and the tablet experience. Okay. Most of them can run on the web, as I show you in the previous one, with the layout of the cell phone. I was running on my web browser, but I can run the exact same application on my phone. PowerApps and SharePoint, and when I mean SharePoint's in Office 365. Now you will have a button there that you can go to a list and select that button to create out of the box the PowerApp application. You can do the same starting from the PowerApp Studio. The easy part of doing directly from the SharePoint is that takes all the metadata of that list in SharePoint, and we will send them to the studio to actually start creating your application using that metadata that is sent, and you can easily create CRUD operations inside a SharePoint library. The data gateways, you also can connect to your internal systems. It doesn't need to be on the cloud. It supports SharePoint 2016, SQL 2016. Again, the machine needs to be always accessible through the gateway, for you can use the data gateway. But it's the similar technology that Flows use, the Logic App use, Power BI use, is almost the same technology. Different names, but the core is the same. It's a gateway to your on-premise data. So let's see some examples. Let's start with a fun one. Just for fun, I created a beer quality checker just to annoy my Lisbon Portuguese friends. I can, for example, submit Sagres beer is a Lisbon beer. Try to see if that's a good beer or not. And the comment that I have is that this is not a beer. Exactly, this is the worst beer that you can taste in Portugal. But if you can use the best beer in Portugal, Superboc, again, this is one of the best beers in the world. But you can create some, try to any care. I don't know if I have on the I don't know if it's still correct the spelling. But if I don't have the beer, I can just add it, add the beer with a name, with a description, abbreviation, and submit. And this will insert to a SQL database on Azure. And for this, little application that I have. I just had one simple database on Azure, and I'm connecting directly to that database. And I also create just for submit this. Okay, so I to connect. I don't care. It's just for this checking mechanism. I just create, for example, Azure function in which I, of course, play a little. I'm trying to see if beer connection to my SQL table. I'm creating a select to see if the beer exists or not. But then again, I have this code to see if this is a super box. Then I will tell that always this is the best beer in the world, and the Sagro is not actually a beer, just to annoy the Lisbon guys, and that's it. So I can connect to my on-premise SQL. I can connect to Azure SQL. I can use Azure functions to help my my Power Apps in a easy way. Session expire. No, okay. Leave it. Another one, for example, is this is actually one of the applications, Power Apps application that Rui Pinho create with me. This is internal collaborator contacts. So it's normal to, in a company, people entering, people leaving, and it's difficult for you to have a place with all your contacts. Of course, you have the Outlook, you can synchronize. Sometimes you also don't have internet. So we decided to create a simple application, and it lists all the collaborators of DevScope. I can go inside one and see the manager, who is the manager, the email, cell phones. I can actually, if I'm on cell phone, I can click on the phone button and actually call to my coworker. I can send an SMS. Or I can send a WhatsApp. It's a messaging. Then I will choose what kind of messaging do I want to send, or I can send an email. And I actually can look to perform a meeting with Andre. I can select the dates, the time, and check if it's free or not. And if it's free, I can send an invitation to him to have a meeting with me. So it gave some work here, because mainly we are connecting to Office 365 users, and some of the information is still not able to achieve, like the pictures. So we had to do a workaround to import all the pictures to have this nice layout. And if there is any picture, it will put the initials. But then again, it was a nice application that we made using Office 365, SharePoint, and a little of custom API that we make to connect and check the ability on your Outlook for scheduling a meeting. Okay. So I showed that this application on the beginning of the presentation, in which we have a list of cars, and we can go inside each item to see more details. And the way we can do that is as simple as right-click on this button. So I have a SharePoint library here. It has the plate number, the model, the date of the purchase, the value, the brand, and the picture. I cannot explain more about SharePoint because I'm not a SharePoint guy. And but I have another list that is the brand. That basically it's the brand field in the cars library is a lookup to the car brand. Okay, so I have two lists to edit and submit data. So if I want to easily create an application, a mobile application to present this list to my users, I just go here and say create an application and specify the name. I will call it Monday integration and create. Again, this will take all my metadata from the SharePoint library and pass it to my PowerApps studio, in this case on the web. And it's starting, as you see, to build my application. It will not create the entire application that I showed you before, because I have two lists instead of one. But it will do 90% of the work. So by one click, and if I start through, I will see that I have a list of cars. I have a good editor, even better that I have it in my normal application. So here I'm not showing the picture. Out of the box, it's showing the picture and data, all the fields that I have in that list. I can delete. And of course, let me see, I don't have nothing here, so let me create a new car to see if that works or not. Let me put int Monday as a plate. The model should be, I had to edit to have a different one, but the model. Let's call it, this is the Avensis, that is my car, today, and the value was 0, and the brand, I don't see, I have a Toyota here, okay, and submit. Of course, I don't have the picture here in the application. I have to import a picture, but this is just a proof of concept. So if I now go to the cars list on the SharePoint, I will have it here, the integration Monday Avensis added as the same experience, but in this case in the mobile app, as I was inserting in the list of SharePoint. And again, I can go here and delete the same record, and this will be synchronized with SharePoint again. Okay, so I just delete the element. Of course, if I want to go, let me return here. If I had to create another layout or screen for me to add a new brand, I had to create a new connector to, in this case, to the car brand, and add a new screen here. Okay, I basically copy one. I just go to the action and select screen. Again, I didn't prepare that data source. Add a new data source. It has to be a SharePoint. I think I already have it here. SharePoint. I don't know which are the SharePoint. SharePoint. Okay. Let's continue. Add a new data source, new connection. There isn't search yet. I just need to go to the S. SharePoint. Create. So instead of me going to the SharePoint and create an application, I just do the other that is directly from the designer connect to a SharePoint library. And you see that I have the URL. It presents me all the lists, and then I just say I want to use the car brands, and of course I add a new connector that I can now use, create a different browser, new screen, and create a new form for me to edit, and then I just create a new car brand on the library. I will not make everything until the end. Okay. So let me. I show you the designer. I'm still working on the designer, but I can go to the PowerApps application studio on premise on my machine, and I can switch between environments. This is my personal environment. This is the company environment, and I add a list of all of the application that I have. This is if I have the button edit here. Edit. Did I press edit? Yeah, it's preparing to edit. Let's wait a few seconds for him to download the application, the metadata to edit. You see that I have the same experience from the PowerApp application, Windows application, that in the web. Okay. But I can show more. Okay, I have also. You can also play. Let me change again my environment, and of course you can also play with all the device components. So if your mobile of your computer have a camera, you also can connect to that camera. And now I just create an application that normally the Microsoft also present is take a screenshot using the camera of your device and use the Face API to tell you if it's smiling and what is your age. So I just click to create a picture, and I can then submit my my picture to the Face API, and it says that I'm a male, 32. Yes, not really, and I have some small beard. And I almost have smiling. I was speaking, and it's thinking that I'm smiling. So you can play and have some fun also with PowerApps. Is quite powerful. Okay. So and now let me just switch the camera, and now flows. Again, and this is true. Today is still the most common solution to integrate business are still people. Okay, people taking attachments from email and copy to a folder, people taking the email attachment information and insert in the system, taking a PDF from a folder and manually insert on your internal systems, taking paper from one side to the other. All of this is integration, and most of the today integrations are made by people. And flows are here to help the normal people, the non-developer people, non-geek people, to create and automate tasks without the needs to know code. Okay. For example, file synchronizations, collecting data from one place and putting another, automate approvals, or getting notification are some of the examples that you can use. And of course, more advanced scenarios, you can use it also in flows, connecting to your Salesforce, connect to your social applications. There are hundreds and hundreds of connections that you can use. Yeah, again, it's the same story of PowerApps. You don't need to code. You don't need to understand how the connector will work. It will provide some tasks that you can use, some operations. You select the connector, you insert your credentials, and you are ready to go. Of course, you can also create custom APIs, and for that you probably need to have some developer knowledge. Again, similar to PowerApps, there is a Flow portal, flow.microsoft.com. You can go there. It also has a lot of tutorials, a lot of videos. I know some of the people that are in the Microsoft team. They are very active and they listen to your feedback. So if you want some complaints, if you have any demands of features, any doubts, send them to them. User voice and so on, and they will for sure reply you back. So similar to PowerApps, you also have the Flow portal. You can go there and start creating your flows. And again, it's also integrate with Office 365, and there are 100 of templates that you can use. So instead of starting from the scratch, the Flow team already creates several several templates that you can use, and you just need to configure with your credentials and tuning a little, and that's it. Probable workflows are there. You just select the probable workflow, associate within SharePoint list, and you can easily create a workflow, not a workflow, a flow that can replace Workflow Foundation, for example, in the SharePoint for an improvement. If you select a template, it will show you some simple explanation, what system they are connecting. You can share it with the social media and so on and blah, blah, blah. And you can select to use that template. As simple as that. And it will create your your body of your flow. And you just need to go there and configure. And if you see that in the picture, there is a Dropbox connector. So it's a trigger when the file is created, and you actually can go inside your Dropbox and navigate inside your Dropbox to select the folder in which you are picking the files. The second one is the send. You can see that it will show you all the properties that you need to fill to send an email, what is the subject, and you can create these hybrid strings with static information and dynamic information that are from the previous connectors that you use on your flow. And they have also a nice way for you to see and debug all your previous runnings. So in each shape that's the single instance of the flow pass, it will highlight saying this was successful, and if there you can also see what they send it. So if you see the send email, you see the subject that is sent it, for whom, and the body. And if there is a failure, you actually can see the error message also inside. Okay. And you also have a list of all your consolidated connectors that you can go there and take up some kind of operations like cell phone. Sometimes you need to update the password or change the connection. You can go there and do this kind of tasks. And we are talking about flows, but again, integration is a problem across all your organization. And normally they have limited resource and time to have all of these integrate specialists to do all of your internal integrations. And Flows enables you to create your own flows and also start sharing to your organization. And if you want, you also can have the ability nowadays to promote that flow to a logic app, for example. But there are also other technologies that you can speak when talking about integration, as for example, Beanstalk logic apps. That is the brother, father of flows, API management, and so on. And normally people say that flows are not ready to critical scenarios. That's not really true. So Flows runs on top of logic apps. If logic apps is from critical scenarios, so Flows run inside of logic apps is a client of logic apps. So Flows can also can deal with critical integration scenarios. Of course, people normally when they speak about critical integration, enterprise integration, they will probably choose logic apps. You probably can scale better, and you can control more the resource that you can use. But Flows are also enterprise ready. Okay. is also a good way to start flows and then scale to logic apps and so on and so forth. You can actually connect the same APIs that are in logic apps are the same of flows, and you connect them to Beanstalk without a problem. You can have a mix of these all integrations. It's fun to be on the integration space nowadays, to all of these technologies to play around. Normally the flows are for business users and normal users, and Beanstalk and logic apps, it requires expertise, requires code, so it's most oriented to IT people and developers. But again, under the hood of Flow is logic apps, so it's the same engine. Scenarios, approvals, workflows, capture data, enrich and publish data, Salesforce, CRM, and so on. You can do all of these with flows and easily. Again, approvals workflows in SharePoint are very useful, and most of the people use it. So you now can easily create a flow to send an email to a manager to approve or reject, and it's as simple of creating a template and edit that template according to your needs, and that's it. Okay. And if you are using the SharePoint, a similar of what we did with flows, the PowerApps, there is a button for flows that again it will take also the metadata of that SharePoint list. It will pass to the flows and it start to create your flow from the list instead of being a blank flow. So let's see some examples. So again, if I have in my cars list in SharePoint, I can easily select create a flow. It will give me all the templates that starts from the SharePoint. And for example, start an approval when a new item is added. For example, it doesn't make too sense in the cars list, but this is again just for proof of concept. Again, one click is saying that it will use the template of approval template. I can switch. I already authenticating in all the connectors that I used in previous samples. But again, I can switch the accounts and be the permissions, or I can choose, okay, everything is fine, continue. It's actually saying that I have disconnect. I can fix that. Yeah, but none of them was the previous template, so I don't care. And so I have here my item was created. I can assign to it can be dynamic, or I can assign to one of my coworkers, let's say Rui Pinho, that is there doing nothing. It's a little shy, afraid of speaking to the public. So in this case, I'm sending email to Rui Pinho for him to approve. It by default, he also created the details with some metadata. I can change that if I want. and again it create everything automatic from me. I just can use it and say it's okay, or I can change the item, the tool, email, and so on and so forth. So it's up to you to decide. You already create almost everything for you. I can add a name and say create. And now it's just waiting for item to be added here. Let's use the mobile app to create a new car. And if everything is okay, an email will be sent to Ripping for him to decide if he will approve if I can buy this car or not. Let's say that way. So I see that the item was added. Let's see if my you see that it was already running. 20 seconds ago it starts running. I can check and say that it detects that an item was created, and it was the Ferrari that I just created with the PowerApps application, and it actually sent an email to Rui. Do you have access to the email? So yes, approved. If I can buy a Ferrari, please. Rui is approving. Did you get the email? Oh yes, make login. But while we are waiting, let's show some different examples. Who will notify me when it's ready. Let me close all of these windows, otherwise dismiss. So again, if you know me, I'm a blogger. You know that I have my own blog. I blog a lot about integration. I can spend a week releasing new blogs each day, and people normally say, "How can you find some time to do that with work, family, and so on and so on?" So I have actually created several integration process to help me pre-create some content. So when I decide to create a blog post, I have already a few number of possible items or topics to speak. And actually, some of my clients, some of my friends, starting to send me emails saying, "Sandro, I face this problem, I solve it, you can blog it." And so they send me emails with all of this information, but my email is a nightmare, so I need to create some. I had to create some process to help me optimize this stuff. And I actually create a new, let me check where it is. My flows. You got my flows. Let's go preview. Let me check. I had some of my flows that are not here. Why? Let me see if I can find it. Oh, is this one? It was in front of me all of this time. Edit. So when an email arrives to my mailbox and I have some rules that I can, if someone sends me email with a subject starting with SAP error tip, it's for me to create a blog post. If they send with a different subject, if I know that this is one of tip for me to create, I just forward it to that subject, and I will automatically create OneNote pages with ideas. This is not really my live OneNote. I actually do more than just creating this OneNote, but it's just for you to know some of the stuff that I normally do. So where I can find my OneNote here. Yes. So in this case, I have more than that, but for the proof of concept, just create this one. So this is basically email that I received, and I just put on my notes ideas to blog about an error that was appearing in the map, a description of the scenario, and the solution was to rebuild the schemas project. Okay. My real integration scenarios are more advanced, and I basically have more stuff, and I have pictures, and I have more suggestion links and so on. But most of this stuff are being automated with the flows process. Okay. Actually, also, if I have a blog pre-prepared, I actually also have tasks that publish as a draft in my blog. Then I can review it. I can edit a little more the layout and publish on my blog. Rui, did you approve? So if I go here, Rui already approved it. You see that he passed he was waiting for a response. He approved the email, and there is a successful here saying that everything was okay. I can buy my Ferrari, because Rui say, go ahead, it's approved. Again, if you want to start from scratch, it's very simple. So you can create from a template. There are several applications. Here, the PowerApps button. I'm waiting for the physical button to do this demo. But you can actually create virtual power buttons to start a process. I, for example, have a good one here that is how to annoy Nino Cordelli. It's probably here. No. Yeah, different team, different workspace. And there it is, how to annoy Nino Cordelli. And that's simple as I'm listening for all the tweets with the hashtag BStalk, MESPTS, and I send an email to Nino to annoy saying, Nino, you have a new Twitter to read. I sometimes to time I open this Flow just to run in, and he will probably call me back, insulting me with this Italian pronunciation. Again, let me show you how to create from scratch. Let me go to my main process, my main area. Create, you can create starting from one of the popular triggers, or say I will create from scratch, empty, and let's say Twitter. And you see the Twitter, you have a trigger when a new Twitter appears. Of course, I already am authenticated on Twitter. Otherwise, but still I can go here and say add a new connection, and it's the same experience for all the connectors. It asks for your credentials, authorization, accept, and you are able to connect. And in this case, just MES BTS or Microsoft Flow, and add new. Let's say I want to spread the word across my social sites, and I post on my timeline. Connect to your Facebook. I already have the credentials there. That's why it didn't ask me, and say Flow are awesome. Look at this tweet, and then I can go and put the Twitter text, for example, and that's it. Okay. Of course, I can do a lot of things. I can connect to Outlook. I can add it to Dropbox. Plenty of connectors that you have. Actor, Adobe, Apache, Appfigures, Azure Applications, Blob Storage, Approvals, Commons, DBs. Every month, I probably they add new information there, new connectors there. So go ahead, try it, and try to optimize some of your integration process. And that's it. I hope you like it. This small and quick introduction to these two technologies. And now you just need to read some of blog posts that you have on the internet, and start enjoying this and experience from yourself. Questions?
Questions? That's always the question. Well, not so far. At least, yeah. Well, yeah, it has been quite informative, and yeah, it actually is quite simple. Yeah, to create those yeah, both the flows and those Power Apps. So yeah,
yes,
that's yeah, just like you say, it's really a bit more targeted to business users and end users.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, that's yeah, that's nice. Yeah. But I think still some governance from IT people, yeah, I think, or at least some real project groups, yeah, might be the best yeah, setup approach.
You always have the IT groups, because for you to connect to a database, you need to have permissions to connect to
True.
that database. So,
Yeah.
social is easy because they are yours. Outlook is easy because it's your account. But connecting to a SQL, to MySQL, or other stuff like that, you need to have permissions to connect to that. Even to SharePoint, you need to have permission to that.
Yeah. Yeah.
To that
Yeah.
SharePoint Online.
Yeah. That's
But
true.
I can easily share my coworkers need to authenticate. They don't authenticate with my credentials. They authenticate with their credentials, because if I share, they will need to enter their credentials to connect to that libraries and Office 365. So everything is on the context of the user that is using the application. And more like the flows is the same. I can share the flow, but actually they use my account. Or I think you can share the flow and specify your account. If there's not yet, they will arrive soon.
Yeah. 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 Yeah, this yeah. Anyway, that's not really what you would like to see. That yeah, well, people are really using your account. So yeah, some kind of service account would be would be better, of course, then, because otherwise, yeah, when you are deleting your Ferrari, or somebody is deleting your Ferrari in your SharePoint list, yeah, well, everyone thinks that you have done it.
Exactly. No, but I think that with flows, I don't think if I share the flow at the moment, they will probably share my connection. But soon this will probably be changing, and you also need to create, because there is two different ways for you to share the flows. You can share the template, and the people need to apply that template and specify their credentials, or you share your flow and you are sharing your connection.
Exactly.
So
yeah, exactly.
you can still be careful of each user has his own connection to your flow. But I think in the future you will have a better experience also.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so yeah, about the future, how do you think? Yeah, this is evolving. So it's a bit of a pity that that Kent isn't in the session. Otherwise, well, he could have thought a bit about it.
Don't tell me that. It's not on session.
No, he's not in the session. No, so I think he's just
Oh,
going to watch the recording.
I will annoy you. I will annoy him very, very, very much these next hours.
Yeah.
But you know that I follow flows since the almost day one of flow, and I see a lot of improvements being done there. Everything is evolved. Some of the stuff appear first in flows than in logic apps. For example, the visual tracking appears first in the flows, and then nowadays we have also in logic apps. But the flow team is very, very active, and they are really doing a good job. So I recommend you from the users to try it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like I said, yeah, it's just really easy to use and get at least get started with it. And yeah, well, of course, in the end, you can make it as complex as you like and as needed. But yeah, at least to get you started, it's really simple. So that's yeah, there's always yeah, encouraging, of course. Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. Very good. Yeah, very good. Yeah, well, I don't see any questions from the audience.
So
Yeah.
thank you, and I hope you enjoyed.
Yeah, thank you. We will. Let's get a beer. When you take the Superbock, I take the Heineken.
Okay, okay. I'm I'm happy with that.
Yes, exactly. Okay. No, that's a typo you made in a beer when you were looking for that Heineken beer. Was that the last letter is an N, not an
Yeah.
R. So maybe that's why you couldn't find. But
You know
it's
that I'm not a beer guy. I'm more than a wine guy than a
yeah,
beer guy.
yeah. Well, so am I. So am I. No, that's totally fine. No, yeah, well, okay. So I think that's it for tonight. So I want to thank you a lot, and your coworker as well. Although he was a bit silent, but well, maybe
Uh,
some next
he was
time.
helping on the background, but next time we will be on the spotlight.
Sure. I mean, well, he's just talking to you, right? When you're doing a session, not to the
Yeah,
audience. That's what you
exactly.
need to keep in mind.
But
Okay, very good. Thank you,
thank you for
Sandro.
having
Yeah.
me here one more time.
Yeah, well, thank you so much for all your sessions, not just today, but all the previous ones this year. I think, yeah, well, maybe, yeah, how many would you have done, I think, this year?
I see that
4, 5,
four,
don't know. Sounds,
4 or 5, and that's it.
yeah,
Next
sounds
year
like that.
I will have more.
Yeah, you think, yeah, yeah. Yeah, well, of course, well, you're always welcome. And, well, yeah, like I said, we're already planning for next year. And, yeah, well, of course, yeah, well, whenever you like, yeah, just let us know. And, well, we can, yeah, we can fit you in somewhere. But, well,
I
we
will.
can.
I will.
We take that offline, of course, and well, that would be nice. Okay, yeah, well, I've got a thanks at least from Lizo, who has left meanwhile, but that's okay. So I think, yeah, let's call it the day. Well, thanks
Okay.
again, Sandro and Rui, and see you around. And yeah, the audience, you too, thanks a lot. And we all hope to see you next week again.
Okay. Thanks. Bye bye.
Okay, thanks, Sandro. See you later. Bye bye.